Warning, this podcast contains the Winter Soldier. Well, just Bruce with long hair, but he looks like the Winter Soldier.
A baby Winter Soldier?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the ASOTV podcast for Gotham, Season 2, Episode 22, Transference. I'm your host, Dom. With me, we have John and Nikki.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's going places.
It's going places? What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm like lost that all the shows have ended now. Really am.
Yeah, we're doing this one a week later, just kind of like reeling from, we've had a whole week to sit on the finale now. And I know John's opinion, at least, was just kind of, I don't know what to think. So I had that feeling as well. So I was like, let's take a week and sit on it instead of rushing in and going and doing it right away. So now that we've had some time to sit on it, what do you guys think of the finale?
Well, I don't know enough. I don't know enough about the universe and all the different comic variations or anything to even give a crap what happens. I just want to know I just want to see it. That's me.
It's like, why are you leaving, Jim? Where are you gonna...
Because Lee, he can't live without her, and she don't give a crap anymore because he's like, he gave up. And then she's like, well, if you're going to give up, I'm going to get out.
I'm willing to bet she has the kid. She just wanted the rumor to go out that, she had a miscarriage, so he doesn't come find her.
That sounds very plausible.
So...
yeah, I'm actually convinced that that's the case, because it was just kind of like this off-screen thing that wasn't handled very well, and then we didn't see her again. So I'm thinking that maybe the actress got busy and couldn't finish filming, and this was something that they kind of wrote off. Stuff like this happens all the time, and they work it into the scripts, and it's whatever. But for Jim to go and leave seems like a big plot point, and you're like, ooh. But you got to remember that the actor who plays Bruce, he's still young. He ages really quickly. Mm-hmm. So they're not going to pick the show up 5 minutes after the finale when they come back. They can't.
No.
Some series can get away with that when they don't have child actors, but...
There's a lot of child actors in this show, so
right.
It's not just Bruce.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Selena, Ivy,
Yeah.
So they're going to have to do a time jump. So by the time we get back, Jim might be back already.
This is true.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
So, because they're gonna advance the plot at least 6 months, at least minimum. Like they might do it a full year. They kind of have to, working with child actors. Because I don't know about you guys, but when Bruce was having the flashbacks and stuff, like when he got poison gassed and knockout gas, whatever you want to call it, and we flash back to the pilot episode where he watched his parents get murdered.
He was so little.
Yeah, you see how young he was.
Yeah.
I feel like we had this conversation.
I
feel like we had this conversation about another show already.
Yeah, we just started going back and watching Once Upon a Time over for a new series we're doing here called Rewind, and the character there, but that's 5 seasons apart. This Gotham, this was a year ago, well, a year and 6 months ago. Mm-hmm. But from when it started, but yeah, it's a little crazy. So
I don't know.
They're gonna have to advance the plot. So I'm not too worried about Jim. Like, ooh, he's leaving the show. Because John, you were like, Jim, he's the fucking main character. You can't just have him go away. And they could, but is Jim the main character of the show?
I want to say that it's about the villains more than like Bruce and Gordon. That's how I feel about it.
This season, yeah.
Well, yeah, this season, because it was called Rise of the Villains and whatever. But I mean, even the first season, it was like a villain of the week kind of episode almost every week. And it wasn't just like, Gordon was the dude taking care of the business. But I mean, a lot of it, like, there's all that Fish backstory, there's Penguin backstory, there's, Butch and all that stuff happening. It just felt more like they were focusing on the villains than the protagonists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bullock is the main character.
Cleo Chen says Bullock is the main character. No,
Yes, he is.
you're all wrong. You're all wrong. The main character is the fucking city.
Is the city.
Gotham.
True, yeah.
Gotham
Yeah, okay.
is the character. That's what the show is. So, if Jim goes down to Florida or wherever the hell he's going, and they move the show down to Florida,
It would be called Florida
no, then that
or Miami.
it would be
Or-
terrible.
Yes, that's true. It would be
Yeah, it
terrible.
So, I mean, looking back on everything before we get into the episode, this has been a crazy season, right? There's been wild rumors and speculations. Like, there were talks of the Pennyworth spinoff that we haven't seen or heard of, anything yet. We don't know whether or not that's coming or what they're doing with it. But there's so much room. The show has been great. It gets better and better as it goes. And then it kind of ends like this. And I don't know if it's a bad thing, because we've said this for almost every single finale that we've covered, that this is a slow burn, right? It's not the oh my god kind of cliffhanger that's like, I need to watch the next episode, why are you making us wait all summer, put it on right now. This is just the, oh cool, there's a bunch of monsters running through Gotham now, which is really honestly nothing new when you think about it.
No.
And yeah, it's just like, okay, well, there's a clone of Bruce running around, this might be interesting. And that's kind of where we're at with that. I mean, that's where I'm at. I can't speak for you guys, but
I mean, there's the whole issue that, it's a clone or he's an actual twin of Bruce, and there's just so many things going around, and I'm like, I want to stick with the clone thing because that just seems more of a Doctor Strange, Hugo Strange kind of thing. But then again, the Court of Owls is in there now because we've been Court of Owls, and now it's there in our faces saying hi. So
which I'm glad that we finally got.
Wow.
Because I felt like I was just almost making things up, as the season was going, and I'm just like, Court of Owls, there's owls here, there's an owl there. I think it was even the
Yeah.
very first episode I mentioned. I know at least coming back from the mid-season, I was like, I thought that was the Court of Owls putting Jim on trial. It still might be. We don't know that for sure, but I don't know. I'm just glad we finally got to them.
The fact that he's there introduces a very interesting thought for me, because, there is a little bit of a story where Bruce may have had a younger brother that he never knew about. So
there's two possibilities with that, or maybe three. There's a possibility that it's a Bruce clone. There's a possibility that it is a young Thomas Wayne clone. And there is a possibility that it is Bruce's sibling. Twin brother or something.
Yeah. Because that was actually a plot point brought up in the New 52 series, the very first, and actually in the Court of Owls, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
In the second part, City of Owls, that person pops up and is part of something that makes him scary. And they never really confirm or deny if it's really true, if he really is related to Bruce in any way, but it's there. So they already did the Court of Owls, so why not just...
Yeah, I mean, even Bruce clone and young Thomas clone too have ties with the Court of Owls in different versions and everything too.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different directions they could go with it, but it seems like they're leaning more toward the New 52 for a lot of their origin stories here. So
it would seem that way.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a Bruce sibling right now.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Could be interesting. Okay. Yeah. So what?
I was just gonna say, speaking of Gordon leaving, he takes Bullock's car. That's my car! Vroom, he just drives away. That was hilarious.
It's a dick move.
Well, not before telling Harvey that he's in charge. Now you're in charge. Might want to think about getting a haircut. Do you think we're gonna see Harvey with a haircut next season?
Oh, it'll look so weird. He didn't he say a haircut and like something about his facial
You
hair?
just said a haircut.
It's not
I don't,
happening.
oh my gosh, I could not imagine him with shorter
Just
hair
because John
and
said it's not
no.
happening, it's gonna happen now.
I mean,
Harvey,
I'm
save the
gonna
hair.
I'm gonna ask chat, specifically Christina. Sorry, I've been talking to my sister. Cleo, how would you feel if Harvey cut his hair and gave himself a trim? Like, I can't imagine it. I can't. I really can't.
I'm gonna I'm I, I'm gonna look. Find
I could
what's the actor's
see.
name?
I don't know.
No, I could see him with short hair. He
I
keeps
don't
the
know.
beard. He'll look all right.
I gotta find the actor's name that plays him real quick. Donald Logue.
Yeah, that's his.
I'm gonna see if I can find a picture of him.
That's his what's a dangle.
What's his dangle?
This is his dangle.
I mean, the scruff was kind of like how he started off, and oh gosh, no, he looks like that country singer. What's his face?
Oh.
The one that does the voice.
Blake. Something.
Sheldon or something like that.
Yeah, no, he doesn't look good without a beard. He needs his beard.
No, he did start Gotham off with the scruff and everything, just like the little bits on his chin, and like his hair wasn't as long. But no, I don't. If he went maybe back to, oh goodness,
Look, Ash.
He apparently was in a Marvel movie.
Who?
what?
He was in Ghost Rider. He played Quinn.
Oh, good.
No, Quinn and Blade and Randall Mackenzie in Ghost Rider.
Oh, okay. I don't recognize him.
No.
I think he was a little heavier back then.
Yeah, for sure. That's actually kind of interesting. So.
Huh.
So no, don't do that.
No. Just
It's
the hair.
cautionary tale.
The hair I can live with. I see the hair and it looks okay, but like keep some facial hair, please, because if you go full on baby face, it's gonna be too weird for everybody. They're gonna think somebody recasted you. It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's a living nightmare.
Cleo says Ghost Rider doesn't count as a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
I didn't say it was an MCU movie. I said it was a Marvel movie.
This is true.
It is.
Yeah. So, I don't know. We have the whole. I guess let's do the bus at the end because that's tied to the thing. So we'll start kind of reverse. But we have the bus full of monsters, quote unquote monsters, at the end. Which we had the Bruce Winter Soldier look-alike, whatever. And then I distinctively heard Jerome's laugh. I don't know about you guys.
I did.
I did too.
So, though we didn't see him, we heard him.
We heard him.
He's alive.
Oh yeah.
So he better be in season 3. That's all I have to say about that.
There's no way.
It kind of opens the door for Killer Croc, which we kind of got a glimpse at last episode. Nothing this episode.
We've seen him. No, he was in this episode. He was getting off the bus. You could clearly see him. But we've seen like touches of him throughout the last few episodes, actually.
Yeah, I remember seeing him a couple episodes before Fish got up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we have the possibility for things like Man-Bat and some other crazy things. I know Azrael is still out there somewhere. Right? They never apprehended him.
No, he got blowed up.
He's
a
bunch of holes.
Oh yeah.
There's a crater where he was.
I forgot about that rocket launch.
There's a little black mark on the ground where he used to be.
I'm confusing with the episode before that, where like the end of the episode was him standing on the bridge, and I keep thinking that was the last time we saw the character, and I'm like reversing the two for some reason in my head. I'm transpositioning them.
They closed that loop right the fuck up.
Yeah, boom, he's gone. I forgot about that.
The persona and like the idea of Azrael is still around, and
Yeah.
like a lot of people, I've read a couple articles where people like Tigress can take on because she's still in the family, you know, the sword, all that stuff. That it's there,
Mm-hmm.
it's a possibility. But I'm like, she's already Tigress.
Yeah, I don't know. They might double role character. It could happen.
Yeah, it's not out of the realm of possibility, especially with this show.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm really hoping we end up seeing the Mad Hatter. That's kind of number one on my wish list behind Jerome. We've already had Jerome in the show, so Jerome just there all the time is a given. I want that no matter what. But like my number one new character to introduce would be Mad Hatter.
Weren't they supposed to give us a glimpse of the Mad Hatter within the last couple episodes?
No,
Or was that just something that people were going off of and,
that was
you know, just assuming?
it was the book. It was when 3 episodes ago when Strange was holding the book, and it had opened it and said something about the Mad Hatter or whatever. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's all we got, but that's enough for me.
Who here thought Hugo Strange was dead this episode?
I was very worried because I was like, you can't keep killing people like this.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
blew up Azrael. You cannot kill Hugo Strange before Batman's a thing.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I don't know because you have like Freeze and Firefly fighting over the fact that Selena is alive, and then Strange gets caught in the middle of that, and it's like fire and ice. I'm like, there's no way he's alive. There's no way he's dead.
I thought he was
Just
dead
canceled
too.
each other out.
But the thing is, like, half of him was on fire, the other half was frozen. It's like, shouldn't have you just
He
like?
was more
Shouldn't
enveloped
he
by
become
both.
Two-Face?
Oh my goodness.
I don't know
Uh,
how that works. Honestly, I thought that. I'm not even kidding. I was like, oh my god, they just made another cute.
we know
then
that Harvey Dent has to become Two-Face.
Because I saw half his jacket was burned, and I was like,
Yeah.
don't do this.
Maybe that'll end up being the suit that Two-Face has later. That's
Maybe
the
they're
origin
just
of the suit.
maybe they're just foreshadowing that Hugo will get his dirty hands into something, and Dent's gonna happen to just stumble onto it, and he's an accident.
Dent
And there we go.
Dent might end up being a lawyer that the Court of Owls has in their pocket.
I'm kind of glad they just went a little less heavy-handed with him.
Yeah.
This season.
This episode alone, forget this season. This episode alone was full of villains. Right?
Yeah.
So many villains. It was ridiculous. We had Penguin, we had Butch, we had Barbara, we had Fish, we had Miss Peabody, we had Hugo Strange, we had
Freeze, Firefly.
Freeze, Firefly. That's 8
Court.
Already. Who?
The whole court.
Yeah, the Court of Owls 9. We had Enigma is 10.
Not Two-Face. Clayface.
Clayface 11. There's I'm sitting back and looking at this and I go, Gotham, what are you doing? Like, how many villains are you trying to cram into this episode? Not let alone, the bus full of monsters that was at least 15.
Sure.
I don't know. Well, I don't think they're all reanimated subjects. So we know Fish was reanimated subject number 13, but
And we know that some of them were.
Yeah.
We know some of them just didn't work at all. They were still dead. So they're not reanimated.
They might all be reanimated. We don't know. We don't know for sure. But yeah.
But there's a good, 30-something villains traipsing around.
Yeah, something like that.
Seems a bit much.
Yeah. Lee says Mad Hatter's coming in season 3. He was supposed to be in 2, but they didn't have room. So
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I saw wasn't a farce. It's just they didn't have room, so they pushed him back.
Yeah, which I'm glad because I don't want that story rushed. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want it rushed at all. That's
don't want
Mad
any of
Hatter
the
is
story
one of my
rushed,
favorite
but-
villains, right behind the Riddler. So, and that's why I think I was so heavy on Nigma when the series first came out, because Riddler's always been like my favorite Batman villain.
And he's the actor, the way he plays Nigma, it's really growing on me because I love the Jim Carrey Riddler. I love it. But like I'm slowly like going, I like this Riddler better.
Yeah. Well, the difference between that is a TV show and a movie is with the TV show it's more intimate. You get to spend more time with the characters, like
True.
But
I mean, in the very beginning when we first started watching the series, we all hated him. We knew exactly who he was, and we're like, "This is the worst Riddler in the world. What are you doing?" And now it's like, he's pretty awesome.
He's been doing some fun stuff like this. This episode he gets to play, like Jeopardy with Bruce and Lucius in the gas tank. Who runs Indian Hill? It's like Wayne Enterprises. Well, who runs Wayne Enterprises? And they're like the board of directors. And he's like, nope.
And he kept saying, "Who?
Yeah.
Who?" It's just like.
But he didn't know.
Yeah, that was the best thing. He didn't know.
No. Oh my God.
You see him later ask Hugo Strange like who it really was, and he's like, "Well, if I tell you, I'd have to lobotomize you."
And he just kind of giggled, and they threw him back in his cell, and he wasn't very happy after that.
No.
So, but then we find out the Court of Owls, was the one that wanted to know the information. Finds out that they didn't actually know anything. Court of Owls is still, their secret is still safe. Nobody knows about them. And then just orders the murder of Bruce, Lucius, and Jim.
And the murder of the entire facility.
Yeah, and the nuke of the entire facility and everybody in it.
They wouldn't have just taken out Indian Hill below the asylum. It would have been the asylum on top of it too, right?
Yeah.
So everybody in the asylum was still going.
Veritably anything within a 5-mile radius, I would assume.
Yeah, that's why I think the Arkham prison's kind of off by itself, so.
Yeah.
But luckily, they are able to defuse the bomb in time. Jim and Lucius put their collective brains together and pour water.
Just sort of accidentally, kind of, sort of didn't blow themselves up.
Yeah.
They're freaking... Oh, they're such goofballs. Because after it happens, she's like, "No, I need water," and they just look at each other and go, "We did it."
It worked.
It happened.
I was like, she's like, "Water." I'm like, "No, guys, that's not what she." Oh.
Okay. There was the dramatic pause of Jim like holding the water over it for a good 3 seconds. It's like,
yeah.
Just pour it.
Do I do it?
Yeah, and then of course the countdown has to land on 1 second remaining.
1 second, like every other bomb.
Yeah, TV trope. If I ever direct a TV show episode or something and there's a bomb in it, I'm telling you right now, that bomb is not gonna stop at the last second.
No.
It's gonna blow up.
No, like, just have it stop on like 1:37 because like you have an actual bomb diffuser in your movie, and he's like, "Well, let's go get lunch, guys."
No, I'm gonna have it go from 1 second to the maneuver, the icon between 1 and 0, and then go.
Yeah.
Get even closer to 1 second.
At like one frame of like.
If it's a digital face, though.
Listen, man. There's lots of ways to do it.
Okay.
No, but it's ridiculous. Like even stop it on 2 seconds,
Sure. Why not? Live dangerously.
Yeah.
But not too dangerously. 2 second dangerous.
Just pour water all over a bomb. That's not dangerous at all. I mean, to me, that seems like it would short circuit the bomb and explode it quicker.
One would think, because sending an unstable electrical charge through a nuclear device is generally not a good idea.
No.
Yeah. I want Mythbusters to get a hold of this bomb diffusal technique and get back to us.
Yeah, Mythbusters. Let's just get them a real nuke, and because that's the only way they could possibly prove it wrong or right.
Show ended. You guys know that,
I'm
right?
well aware.
Yes. Yes, I know.
It's
It's a shame.
you're just making me sadder about it.
Yeah.
I think I only watched a few episodes, but they were good episodes, so.
Yeah, Mythbusters was one of my favorite shows. Great show. So they defuse the bomb. Peabody's just like, yeah, I need water. And they're just like, they look at each other like, really? Did we just pour water over a bomb because she was thirsty?
Yeah, you did. Fucking idiots.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the Clayface storyline was actually kind of interesting.
It was a bit hammy.
And by interesting, I mean I loved seeing Jim, the actor that plays Jim, play himself, but ridiculous. Like,
yeah,
baring those teeth, that wink, that wink was great, and his entire reasoning for why he's acting strange is he has a touch of the flu. So Harvey's just like, nope, stay away from me.
Obviously, this Clayface is not the established stage actor that he is in the real story.
Mm-mm.
So he's got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
At least Barbara, called him outsies.
Yeah, she sniffed him right out.
Yeah, she's like, you ain't my Jim. Get out of here.
Well, which is really funny because she was just about to get what she's wanted.
Yeah.
And that's when she realized it's because she knows deep down that she's never going to get that again.
Oh.
I think it was also the way that he was talking to her. He was like, babe and honey and stuff like that. She's like,
wait. Hold up for 1 second. Did John just call Barbara smart?
Well, she
was.
She's intelligent to a point, but like she was doing stupid things. That's why we were calling her dumb.
John, I wish I can go back in time right now and tell the you from last season that you were gonna like Barbara and that you were gonna call her smart.
Don't fucking tell him. He'll shoot me.
Oh.
I don't want that on my hands.
Maybe Cleo wouldn't have left us. She would have been really intrigued, and she would be like, "Really? I have to see this. I have to see this for myself."
Maybe.
If I went into the past and told myself that Barbara's smart, and then shot myself from the future.
No, not that. I meant, she would have stayed on the show so we could all talk together.
Oh. That makes much more sense.
Sorry.
That hurt my own head.
Yeah. Seems like a typical episode of The Flash.
Considering I still have my fucking light on and it's just gotten pitch black in my room, it'd be great if
I saw that.
Like another me just kind of strolls in behind me and is like, done a bad thing, John. Done a bad thing today.
Well, that's how you know that you do not possess a time travel machine.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly, because you would have been showing up and doing exactly that, because why not?
Just load
Purple
shot.
Boy.
Because that is number one priority on your time travel experiences is to just go back and turn that light on.
Just to
not
prove
to
a point.
Not to go to a Hendrix concert or anything like that.
Oh God, no, not any of that. Why would you do that?
So I feel like Penguin didn't really do a whole lot this episode other than like some interior decorating with, his stepmom's head.
Well, to be fair, he pissed his pants when he saw fish. He did something. He did that.
I don't know who pissed their pants more, if it was Penguin or Butch.
Butch, the way he ran away, he's like, nope.
Butch is not, no.
The way he ran with the freaking gun.
Oh, Butch.
Oh, that was good, though.
Yeah. I'm curious where all these characters are going to go next season. Like, that's my big worry. It's just like, okay, are we getting Fish Mooney back? Like, is Jada Pinkett Smith coming back for season 3? One would assume since the character's still alive, but that doesn't mean we're going to get her as a reoccurring, like a main cast again. We might just get her in a reoccurring role.
Yeah, a guest once in a while.
Until they decide to kill her character again, and then,
Maybe they'll wait another season.
Maybe. So. The other thing that I wanted to mention was Selena.
Being sassy as always.
Yes, but she freely admitted to Bruce that she has him wrapped around his pinky. Her pinky. And Bruce didn't really deny it. He's just like, yep, I know. That may be true, but I don't know.
What if I want to be there?
Yeah. I don't know. Overall, as a finale, I liked the episode. I didn't think it was like the culmination of what this whole season should have been about.
No.
No, I thought it would go off with a bang, but literally it wasn't that.
It almost went off with a bang.
I was
Got
really
down to
hoping.
1 second there.
I know. I was kind of hoping something like that would happen, but
you patented bat water and you're all set.
Yeah. $10.99.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bomb diffusing water.
Bomb diffusing water. It's special water.
Mm-hmm.
So if you've eaten a lot of tacos and you drink that water, you're okay, right?
Yes.
No money back.
Okay.
No exceptions, substitutions, or refunds.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I think, honestly, they maybe... I don't know, like, because I feel like a lot of shows do this nowadays. Like, they save all the cool, like, oh my god stuff for the episode before the finale.
Yeah.
And then the finale is kind of like the rest. And we're like, oh, okay.
I feel like they thought we were going to have a bigger reaction over the Bruce clone, right? And we're sitting there at the end of the episode going, what?
Yeah.
You know, like, if the Court of Owls had some way made it, like, significant that they needed Bruce to do something dirty to, like, get something going, and Bruce was just like, no, I'm not doing it, no, and then all of a sudden we find out that there's a clone, then we're like, they're gonna do it, like, you know, like, that would, whatever it may be, but that would have been something more exciting for this clone, right? Because it still wouldn't have led us into a direction to think that there was a clone or, you know, anything like that. Or, like, make something important like Bruce is in charge of. Like, they brought up the board of directors and all that. Like, put Bruce, like, have the final say in things like that. And, like, make him important enough other than just the fact that he's Bruce Wayne, you know, to justify us being shocked over the fact that there's a clone out there.
Yeah. Simple enough. But I don't know. I also... Oh, I don't know if we talked about this, but was this the episode with the scene where Jim was drugged and Strange was, like, interrogating him and, like, giving him some weird life lessons?
Yeah.
Which made him want to go to Lee.
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was.
That was, like, a really cheap way to get Jim to turn a new leaf, I feel like.
It was, and then, like, the whole thing with Strange is just like, look, I don't know why that I strung you on to believe that your life was going somewhere, because it's about to end. It's just like, why would you do that in the beginning? Like, I get the point was to figure out what they knew about the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
You get that.
The poison gas. Was Nigma told that it would kill them?
I'm sure he was.
Probably.
And he just so that he would spew a story so it would freak Lucius and Bruce out, because, you know, obviously they didn't die. It was just they just got knocked out.
Yeah, it was like knockout gas of some sort. So, I think Nigma was told that it would kill them. I don't know.
So you'd put on a better show?
So he'd impress Strange.
Maybe.
That's all he was trying to do, and then he gets locked back up, and Strange is like, nope. Served your purpose.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know, the whole city's going to be in shambles. Coming back from it, I wonder how many of the monsters are still going to be running around. I feel like they're going to have apprehended a large number of them, but not all of them. And some of which, a.k.a. Jerome, is probably still going to be on the loose.
There was a silhouette of one of the monsters walking away. He was a short, stubby guy.
Mm-hmm.
The real penguin.
That's what I was like, Please be Danny DeVito. I want to see his face. But
Who wants from him?
And a question about Fish is the whole like cuttlefish with the seduction kind of like succubus kind of deal is an actual DC character, or are they just
No.
making that up?
Made it up.
Okay.
I mean, Fish, her character in general is already...
I know she was made up from the very beginning, but I was thinking maybe they worked her into one of those characters, just gave her a different background.
Really?
Yeah.
But
no.
Just
okay.
That's Fish.
In fact,
what'd she do?
Out of the little glimpses that we've seen, like there was one of like a almost like a jester looking character, you know, with some weird contact lenses in, you know what? That's not even a character. So like all these monsters and stuff, other than Killer Croc, which you know we saw glimpses of, other than him, we don't know who any of these guys are, if they're even anybody. Like
they may just be like B villains.
Yeah,
who get montaged.
Like the Balloon Man.
Yeah,
right.
You know,
I'm hoping we get some more of like Bane next season and stuff like that, because that was something they introduced in the first season and then it was never touched on again.
Mm-hmm.
Same with the Scarecrow serum.
Well, at least that tied in because you know they said that Indian Hill was experimenting with it, so it still kind of tied in. It wasn't a major tie-in, but it was still like brought to the forefront. You know, it's just like, yep, we didn't forget about this character. So, yeah. You guys have anything else for this episode?
No. Kind of okay with how it ended.
With the police?
Jim stealing a cop car.
That was
That's
just
Jim driving by right now.
Yeah. Where's my girlfriend?
I don't think that was even a cop car. It was just Bullock's car that he drives around from day to day.
Not my Lincoln Continental. I just finished paying it off.
It's legit like his only car though.
Mhm.
You know.
Such a dick move.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's just a way of them, the writer saying, "Oh, don't worry, Jim will be back because he has to bring Bullock's car back."
We know Jim will be back.
Yeah.
But I don't know. My other question I have for you guys before we wrap this up here is, Gotham is like the last current comic book show that is running on TV that hasn't had a crossover.
It's because the timeline is different. I mean, yes, we could go with the multiverse and stuff that they're doing on the CW DC shows, but I don't think they're quite stepping that way into the direction for the Fox This is Fox, right? Yes, This is Fox. For Gotham, I don't think they're actually going to even go near that right now. And we can tell that it's already, a different timeline.
Too, but then, if you guys remember, I think it was NBC had the rights to Constantine, and they broadcast that. That was on the air for one season, and then they integrated Constantine into the Flash, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Supergirl universe, right? So Constantine is now all a part of that. And I'm looking, and I'm like, Gotham is legit the only WB sponsored show that's out there right now that has not had a crossover. Yeah, it's kind of a different timeline, but they could do that with the multiverse.
I think it has a lot to do with Fox too, because Fox isn't really that nice. Because CBS crossed over. That's Disney, correct? In a way, no. Am I thinking of something else?
ABC is Disney.
ABC's Disney. But I mean, you look at CBS, they've been around forever. They just seem like a really nice network, NBC, they just seemed like they'd all really would want to work with each other because of the fans. But we know from history that Fox is a hard ass. I mean, look what they did to Firefly, and I hate to bring it up because that's just going to enrage so many people. But look what they did to Firefly.
Yeah, and they're going to keep...
The character on the show, Firefly?
No.
They're going to keep churning out like a Fantastic Four movie every 4 years.
Just to
re-up their rights. Yeah. So they're not really willing to share.
I don't think that's the case. No. I think they're willing to let that go now because of the big bomb that was. I mean, they already lost the rights to Ghost Rider and stuff like that. They already let some properties slip through. Some of them don't work for them. they don't know what to do with them, and I think they've realized that. So instead of wasting all the money to not get anything back for it, I think they're just going to let those go. Gotham is doing well.
Exactly.
We're definitely getting a season 3 that's already been announced. I feel like there's room for it. I do. And, like, you may say, like, oh, no, I can't see, like, Lucius playing well with Cisco, or anything like that, because the tones of the show are very different, which they are.
I never said that.
I didn't say you. I'm saying the people at home.
In general, I know. But, like, yes, there's room for that because they've already proved that they can make different environments and different situations work when you cross over. So, I mean, yes, they could do it.
But my point, what I was trying to get to before I was interrupted, was you have a show like Arrow, which is a very dark show as well. And it's very similar to the tone of Gotham. And they've had Arrow work just fine in that universe. So, I think there's room for Gotham. I'm hoping that they can find some kind of agreement. Because this is really the last one of the superhero shows that hasn't had that opportunity yet. And I think there is a great chance for an opportunity there.
I'd love to see Alfred and Diggle work together.
John's just like, I don't want to see that because...
I watched an episode of The Flash.
Yeah, see? Because he's like, I don't want to know all these new characters all over again.
I figured them out in about a half hour.
Yeah.
Didn't take much.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on there.
No.
See, that's why I kind of...
No, I'm saying...
Oh, she said get on, not get in on. Never mind.
Hold on. You guys gotta read the comment if you're gonna comment on it, because people can't see what you're reacting to. Cleo says, Dom, literally no one said that Cisco and Lucius wouldn't get on. You made that up. No, I've read articles. Go look at them. There's articles about people saying crossovers that the tones of the shows wouldn't work. And I completely disagree with that. That's what I was saying.
If it's...
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same universe. We're already introduced to the multiverse through other mediums. They can make it work. It's just the networks have to be able to want to work together.
I would love to see Lucius and Cisco and
Alfred and Diggle and
I'm Curtis from Arrow. I want to see Curtis, Cisco, and like Lucius together. Would be amazing.
What we would need though is a need for a superhero to appear in Gotham. So like I'm obviously we can speculate forever, but like there would need to be like a huge threat to Gotham that like the police couldn't handle.
Yeah.
Which or that is kind of bled over into a
viable. Right. Or even that, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it is viable at this point because like 15,000, villains just got released into the city and God knows how many Jokers there could there'll be like a Joker apocalypse thing.
Yeah.
Where like there's a million people acting like the Joker and, maybe they'll need superheroes to clean it up.
Yeah.
And
just the very nature of Flash, without getting into spoilers, and there's stuff with time travel, there's stuff with the multiverse, and you mess with either or both of those things. If this is technically part of the multiverse, a threat to something that happens there could bleed over and affect something that happens here. Though the shows are not working in tandem right now to figure that out, if they wanted to, that's something they could incorporate. So... But
yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't mind it.
I mean, it's not like they would cross over a bunch of characters. I could see one or probably just one character come over from a different DC show into Gotham. I don't see anybody coming from Gotham and going into another show. I don't see that happening. It'd be the first, from say the Flash to Gotham first, before, if anything. So, yeah, there's definitely, they can make it work. It's just, like I said, the networks have to be able to work with each other first. Yeah. And I don't see that happening for a long time.
I don't know. We will see. I'm hoping it happens. So I think that wraps it up. I think it goes without saying, but we're all kind of excited for Season 3, though we didn't end on like this, oh my god, I need to see Season 3 right now kind of cliffhanger, but you know, we're all excited at the prospect of certain aspects of it. So, with that being said, I want to mention that the show was dedicated to Doug Cranner, who was a production designer for Gotham since the very beginning, since the pilot. So it's unfortunate, and yeah. So on that note, I think we're gonna wrap the show up. John, where can the people find you?
Finding my light switch at no more on Twitter.
It's like getting darker and darker as it goes on.
Yeah, it's like so bright and then all of a sudden it's dark. That's the way that it works around here. Whereas like back in Canada where I'm from, it takes hours to get pitch black outside, especially in the summer. So
Yeah.
I'm still not used to it, and I've lived here for quite a while now.
Yeah. Nikki, where can the people find you?
They can find me on Twitter at LadyVenom24, LadyVenom24.
Nice. You can find me down below at Phenomenon, PHENOMEDOM. You can find us all on Facebook, Gmail, G+, Twitter, and right here on YouTube at /ASOTV podcast for some more podcasts for some of your favorite TV shows, movies, and games. Until next week, we won't be here.
Till next fall.
We'll still be here. We'll just be doing other shows. Won't be talking about this show because it won't be here till fall. Yeah, so next time.
Till next week.
Bye.
We still won't be here.
We still won't. No.
You come watch this episode again.
You could just sit on our channel page and refresh it.
Yeah.
For a while.
Okay.